Over 50? Your experience may be your biggest AI business advantage. If you are over 50 and you have been watching artificial intelligence move into the workplace, business, marketing, writing, customer service, training, and almost every part of modern life, you may have asked yourself a question you do not say out loud. Am I being left behind? Maybe you have watched younger people talk about ChatGPT, automation, prompts, AI tools, and online businesses like they were born knowing how all of this works. Maybe you have wondered whether your years of professional experience still matter in a world that seems obsessed with speed, technology, and constant change. Maybe you have even thought, I built my career the old way. Can I really compete in this new AI economy? Here is what I want you to understand. You may not be behind. You may actually be sitting on an advantage that many younger people do not have yet, because AI does not replace wisdom. AI amplifies wisdom. If you spent 20, 30, or 40 years solving problems, working with people, leading teams, serving customers, managing pressure, communicating clearly, or learning how business actually works, your experience is not outdated. It may be one of your most valuable assets in the AI economy. You simply need to learn how to use it in a new way. Why it is not too late. You may also be thinking, maybe I missed my chance. You have not. In fact, this may be one of the best times for experienced professionals to enter the AI economy because many businesses are still confused. They know AI matters. They know competitors are using it. They know the workplace is changing. But many do not know what to do next. They do not know which workflows to improve first. They do not know how to train their teams. They do not know how to use AI without producing low-quality, generic work. They do not know how to turn their knowledge into systems, content, training, or better communication. That gap between awareness and execution creates opportunity. And experienced professionals are in a strong position to fill that gap because they understand real business situations. Why would someone pay you? This is an important question. The answer is simple. People pay when you help them solve a problem they care about. They do not pay because you know every AI tool. They pay because you help them improve something meaningful. Better follow-up, better training, better communication, better customer experience, better workflow, better content, better organization, better use of their own knowledge. That is why your offer should not be, I provide AI services. That is too vague. A stronger offer might sound like, I help small businesses respond to customer inquiries faster using AI-supported follow-up systems. Or, I help consultants turn their expertise into content and training materials. Or, I help job seekers use AI to prepare stronger resumes and interview answers. Or, I help business owners organize repetitive tasks into smoother workflows. Now the buyer understands a value. That is what turns AI from a tool into a business. How? How to Start an AI Freelancing Business in 2026 Book 1 can help you begin. That is exactly why I wrote How to Start an AI Freelancing Business in 2026 Book 1. I wrote it for people who know AI is important, but do not want hype, confusion, or complicated technical language. The book gives you a practical starting path. It helps you understand where AI freelancing fits, how value is created, what kind of beginner-friendly services are possible, how to choose a niche, how to create your first real offer, how to think about pricing, how to get your first client, and how to follow a 30-day launch plan. It also helps you think through whether you are more of a consultant or a builder, whether your strength is guiding decisions or helping create useful workflows and deliverables. The goal is not to master everything overnight. The goal is to choose one direction, one audience, one offer, and one practical next step. That is how momentum begins. And I want you to know something important before we move on. I am not sharing this message as someone standing outside the challenge and simply telling you what to do. I understand what it feels like to watch technology change quickly and wonder where you fit. I also understand what it means to have years of experience, judgment, and professional knowledge, and still need a clear, practical way to apply it in a new economy. That is why this message matters to me personally. My personal message to professionals over 50. I am in my 60s with more than 40 years of professional experience, including 16 years in digital marketing and the last 7 years working in the AI space. That experience helped me recognize the opportunity early, gain access to ChatGPT before its public release, and begin creating digital products and services that businesses need, understand, and are willing to pay for. You do not need my background to begin. Here is what I want you to understand. You do not need to have my exact experience, background, or career path to start using AI successfully. You do not need decades in digital marketing. You do not need early access to advanced AI tools. You do not need to be a technical expert. What you do need is a willingness to learn, a practical starting point, and the confidence to apply the experience you already have. Today, I am helping people over 50 who have little or no AI experience begin using these tools in a simple, practical way. I understand what it feels like to face a fast-changing technology and need a clear, realistic way to make it useful. And here's the good news. With today's AI tools, you do not need to be technical to get started. If you can have a conversation, ask questions, and explain what you want, you can begin learning how to use AI successfully. Again, you do not need my exact background to begin. You need to recognize the value of your own background. Your experience still has great value. Your knowledge can help people. Your judgment can solve problems. Your wisdom can create trust. There is only one you. And in this new AI economy, you are not finished. You are absolutely needed. Now is the time to turn your experience into opportunity. Because the goal is not to chase the AI economy from behind. The goal is to step into it with the experience, judgment, and wisdom you already have. Your next chapter does not require you to become someone completely different. It may simply require you to package what you already know in a new way. If this message speaks to you, I invite you to get a copy of my ebook, How to Start an AI Freelancing Business in 2026 Book 1. Use it as your practical starting guide. Do not read it with the pressure of trying to learn everything at once. Read it with one question in mind. How can I turn what I already know into a useful AI-supported service? Start with one direction, one niche, one offer, one simple action plan. Your experience still has value. Now it is time to turn that value into opportunity. Ready to take the next step? Click the link in the description to learn more about my ebook, How to Start an AI Freelancing Business in 2026. Book 1. On the page, you can review additional details, see what is included, and read a sample before deciding if it is right for you.